produced for students, by students. For Channel 11, this is CTV News.
Welcome to CTV News. I'm Tash McDonald, and today I'm joined by two very special guests of mine, both from Swansea University. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Yeah, hi, I'm Martha Rogers. I do American Studies at Swansea.
I'm Jeny and I do English and Psychology at Swansea University, and we are both here to do a media course in New Communication Technology.
Brilliant. And what are your first impressions of Fort Collins?
I think we just love it. We think it's a beautiful place. We love it. We love the weather at the moment. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Such a friendly place to be.
Yeah, the campus is beautiful. We just love it. We love everything about it.
And what would you say the main differences that you found while being here?
We both said that we've discussed that the living arrangements are very different to how they are in the UK. Specifically, the fact that you have to share a dorm room.
Yeah,
we
find that strange.
Yeah.
Just, why do what's strange about that?
It's a lack of privacy more than anything, and like if you're living with someone for a year, you need your own space.
Yeah.
And also you move in with people you don't know, so you might have completely different interests and
yeah.
Like,
and for example, if someone, because it can be a very stressful time going to university for the first time.
Of course.
So if someone was struggling with that and they didn't, for example, get along with their roommate or something, that would make the whole thing so much more stressful than what we would be used to back in the UK.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, is it just the rooms? Is it just the fact that you're living with someone, or is it the whole aspect of being catered for? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I think it's not as independent as we find it in the UK. Like in terms of living in rooms, you get like your laundry you can get done. You're catered for, like in terms of food as well.
The catering we found very strange, being catered for, because we're so used to having to get up and make our own meals, and it's very much back in the UK. More of an independent situation when you go to university, in that you go over there, you're out on your own without your parents, and you're having to cook for yourself, clean for yourself, and really be out in the real world. Whereas here it's more almost easing you into it more gently, I suppose, in a way.
I mean, of course, if you move off campus, you get the chance to live on your own, maybe in an apartment and have your own bathroom, bedroom, and be able to cook for yourself.
Yeah, of course.
But I do believe in the fraternities and the sororities, again, you are catered for. So if you were to be here as a CSU student, would that put you off joining a sorority knowing that you still wouldn't have that independence, or would you like that?
I think it's hard to say, because we've obviously come from an environment where we are independent. So for us, the independent nature of having to cook for ourselves and things is ingrained in us.
Yeah. I think it being taken away from you would be, like, some people would see it as a good thing. They'd be like, you have more time to do other things other than cooking and stuff. But like, it's the opportunity to do what you want when you want, and you have to learn that at some point in your life.
Yeah.
So
some people will be 22 years old and having lived away from their parents for 4 years and never have had to cook for themselves or anything, which I don't think is really a taste of the real world.
Do you think that creates a difference in British and then American students because of the difference in the universities?
Possibly. I think the whole culture is very different. Also because of the drinking age and things like that. The entire university culture in both countries is completely different.
I think also like the amount of classes we have, obviously we always say that we have a lot less hours in an English university, so therefore we have more time to like grow up ourselves and look after ourselves, whereas here obviously I gather that they're in university for a lot longer in terms of hours of every day for looking after themselves.
Yeah.
So, you're 18 years old, you've just come out of school, and you have to make a decision whether to go back to Swansea University or come to CSU as a full-time undergraduate. With all things considered, where do you think that you'd end up?
Having been to Swansea, I think the one thing that would put me off being here is the shared dorm rooms and the living arrangements. So from being so independent, I would personally pick Swansea for that, CSU for the facilities such as the gym, etc., and the general campus.
I think I do like being independent, but I would love to come to CSU. I just think the facilities here are absolutely unrivaled. Like the space you have, and even though you share a room, like you may literally only go there for sleeping, and there's so many other activities. Like in England, we probably spend more times in our houses and in our rooms, whereas here I don't think you get the opportunity to. I think everything out there is so amazing on this campus that I think you wouldn't need to be in your room. So for that reason, I don't think that the shared rooms would be a big problem for me. So I would come to CSU.
Well, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us and your fabulous opinions.
Thank you
very much for having us.
That's all from us here at CTV. Thank you very much. Good night.
responsibility for the decisions they make. CTV is not an official program of Colorado State University, but is produced by an independent, nonprofit corporation using the name CTV pursuant to a license granted by CSU.